This is the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney with a quick check on what's going on. So here's my man to get into it.
Happy Tuesday. Thank you for listening. And speaking of listening, let's talk about some music right off the bat here. Well, Taylor Swift, her new album. She's a showgirl now. But no, Doja Cat. Yeah, her new one, man. I've been jamming that one the last couple weeks. Nice, laid back, West Coast flow. Loving it. Just like I love the Sunshine State, which will be obvious in this first section here.
My favorite stories of the day.
A 31-year-old man is accused of breaking into a home early Saturday before last in Wilton Manor, Florida, just north of Fort Lauderdale. Now, WFOR is reporting he forced his way in, and it is clear he did not know a mixed martial arts fighter lived in that house, but it's just as clear he found out. Judging by his mugshot a couple hours later, one black eye, the other red and puffy, bruises, scratches all over his face. That MMA fighter told WFOR he'd been training for 3 years and beat that burglar like he stole something, which he never had a chance to do. Those busted up eyes probably couldn't see anything to steal since MMA fighter hands were stealing on him. And after breaking into a home just to be a punching bag, he then got arrested, charged, thrown in jail, and had his mugshot taken. Being a burglar is already a bad decision, but that mugshot proves he made another one when picking that house. A 42-year-old woman in Punta Gorda, Florida, missed her doctor's appointment last Monday morning, but not for lack of trying. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office put out word they got a call from a local Publix grocery store that morning saying a woman just rode off in one of their motorized carts. Gulf Coast News Now's ABC and NBC group is reporting deputies first went to that store, and the manager told them the woman just walked in, sat in the motorized shopping cart, and rolled off out of the parking lot onto a street, and off she went for about a mile down the road before deputies say they caught up to her outside a gas station convenience store. Not gassing up, of course, those things are electric, but that's when they say she told them she was headed to her doctor's office. Now, deputies did take her to a hospital to get checked out. They did not say if it was to make up for her not making it to the doctor's office or if it was to check her mental state for coming up with this idea, but said she was checked, then arrested. They also said those carts cost about $2,500, so that added up to a grand theft charge. Now, across the Sunshine State to the Atlantic coast side, where Flagler County Sheriff said deputies stopped the 57-year-old driver last week when he told him he was trying to get to his appointment for a haircut. WFLA News Channel 8 posted this story last Wednesday saying deputies clocked the guy at 107 miles per hour down the highway. Never mind the posted speed limit. 85 is the highest in the country in Texas, so he's considered a super speeder under Florida law, which means he could get jail time if convicted of needing a haircut that bad. And right back across the state is where Gulf Coast News Now is reporting the Sunday before this last, on the 28th, is when Florida Highway Patrol troopers say they spotted a Toyota Camry and a motorcycle stopped next to each other at a traffic light in Fort Myers, but then took off when the light turned green and say that Camry got up to 124 miles per hour as they zipped across a bridge. Apparently still slow enough for troopers to catch up to, stopped in nearby Cape Coral, but they say the guy on that bike got up to about 140. Now, troopers say the 24-year-old Camry driver had a young lady in the car with him and told them they were rushing because he had to use the bathroom. Only problem is, troopers pointed out he passed several gas stations with restrooms before they stopped him. So cops tell Gulf Coast News Now that lie was one problem, but the other is he did not have a driver's license, at least not one on him. Speeding, racing, driving without a license, all charges because they're all illegal in Florida. And the bikers, well, that biker was going faster, but cops say he never stopped, at least not while they were chasing, so he got away at 140 miles per hour. They never got close enough to see his license plate. Back in a moment, but before the break, a word from the Jams podcast.
Blazing the best hip-hop, R&B, reggae, soca.
You can get the Jams podcast mix on Amazon Music, Audible, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and Deezer. Download the podcast for free.
It's Jams Hour Mix with Greg H.
Sometimes an aroma is so alluring.
Excuse you? I know, I'm sorry, but you smell wonderful. What are you wearing?
Can you please, back up and stop putting your nose on me?
Not even strangers, friends, family, or coworkers can resist a sweet scent.
I'm reporting your nostrils to HR.
A sweet scent is Leg and Hammer Toe's all-new laundry detergent.
Investigate your HR complaint, but first I'll have to see, what they're complaining about.
I'm out of here. Take that sniffing complaint and shove it up your...
A sweet scent. Leg and Hammer Toe's newest best-smelling laundry detergent ever.
Just keep your nose away from my...
Available in stores nowhere.
And now for the world around us.
The world's tallest bridge has been open for a little over a week now in southern China. The Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge over the Beipan River is 2,050 feet high, and both CNN and NBC are reporting no one can find a bridge higher than that around the world. The closest actually is the closest. It broke the mark set by the Beipanjiang Bridge not too far away over the same river. And it's not just a crossing that cuts what used to be a 2-hour drive to 2 minutes. Yet news reports show it has a coffee shop or restaurant at the top of one of the bridge's support towers. And tourists can take a high-speed elevator up to enjoy that view. If not afraid of heights like me, just take pictures and show me when you come down. By the way, the bridge also has a glass walkway underneath at 1,900 feet up in the air. And if all that's not enough, they also offer bungee jumping. So after voluntarily jumping off the world's tallest bridge, these people are just going to dangle in the air until they get pulled back up bungee jumping. Now, in other crazy news, Kim Jong-un has reportedly ordered North Korean cops to check women's breasts. And that is not a joke. It should be, but Metro in the UK is crediting South Korean news outlet Daily NK for reporting the North Korean government has been sending undercover agents to investigate cosmetic surgeons and ended up arresting one doctor who did breast augmentation procedures along with 2 women who were customers of his. All 3 reportedly put on trial, and it came out in testimony that officers in North Korea's Security Bureau have physically checked the breasts of women suspected of having breast surgery. And South Korea's Daily NK news outlet said that shocked a lot of people in the courtroom, especially when officials added from now on, the North will, quote, intensively examine women to see if they've undergone cosmetic procedures in North Korea. Hey, you know how some slang in one place means entirely a different thing somewhere else? Like when some folks in Britain ask for a cigarette. Yeah, asking with that word in America will lead to some WTF looks. Now, the Metro newspaper ran a story on how train riders in Britain should use the term teabaggers as a label for obnoxious commuters who sit in people's reserved train seats. I mean, still sitting, but this teabagging is short for ticket baggers, those who plop down on a seat that someone else paid to reserve and refuse to get up even when other seats are open. Now, it's not clear if Metro's push to make fetch happen with teabaggers will work with British riders or if they'll just stick with wanker, but it is clear Metro knows what teabagging means in America because they told readers in the story to get their heads out of the gutter. Yet they put them there, trying to come up with new slang. Back it up.
To recharge.
So why not? Get your new driving buddy today.
And don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you. Come on, bump. I have to recharge.
Strobots are sold absolutely nowhere.
Remember when we all knew that milk does the body good, and we passed it on? Or how the only question on our mind at some point in the day was, got milk? We were strong, healthy, and full of vigor. But now, bubble guts. We have clumpy soy milk, almond milk, oat milk, and coconut milk. And they all come from fine plants and trees, but not one of them comes from nature as nature intended. So trust nature the way nature wanted us to, and drink milk from cows.
What's up with what's going down, though?
First, it was neon green dildos thrown on a WNBA basketball courts and NFL football fields. Now, They're throwing a tarp over the Hollywood sign. These crypto business marketing stunts sound like frat house hazing ideas, which checks out if going by reputation and the image of crypto bros that they have to know they built for themselves. Now, KTLA5 is reporting Los Angeles police had no problem arresting 6 people last Monday since they posted a documentary-like video of everything they did on X or Twitter.
There's not many feelings that feel as good as that moment when you can feel the tarp going up and the rope coming down and you know that the stunt is unveiling to the people, especially everybody at the bottom of the hill.
They all got what they wanted, attention, for putting up a sign of a green pill on one of the Hollywood sign's O's, and to get handcuffed for it and charged with trespassing. Billboards and magazine ads are for boomers. These young bucks nowadays, they throw dildos, hang big signs of neon green pills, video record all of it, begging to get arrested, and wait for the video to go viral. And it kind of did. Made national news talking about it here and got tons of retweets, so they don't need me saying the name of the business, but just know the next time neon green pills or dildos pop up somewhere, it's just crypto bros looking for attention.
I want a big fat woman. Yeah, like that. With me taking on her bones, yeah. Shake it, I want a big fat woman. With me shaking on her bones, yeah. And I don't care if the little girl look like E.T. as long as she is good to me, yeah.
Slammy Sammy, bringing back a lot of wild memories with that old jam. Mike Mann here, and
And that will just about do it for another Real Pod newscast. Thanks as always for listening, and follow the show on social media, up now on all the cool sites, and I'll start posting more clips and all as we go, so check it out. For now, though, have a great rest of the week. Back on Friday.
This has been the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney from Show Enough Productions. And for more, hit up the website, realpodnewscast.com. That's real with 2 E's. This is Big Daddy Marty Allen. Thanks for listening.
Celebrity birthdays, starting with Tuesday the 7th, Amber Stevens West. Oh, actor first. Yeah, that'll help. Show enough.